Open up your terminal. If you are using Windows, we're going to find out right away whether this thing is configured right. Type ls. Does that give you a directory listing? Does it give you a command not found? Is there anybody for whom the command ls does not work? It works for everybody. You telling the truth? Because we want to fix it now instead of an hour from now. Cool. Okay. How do you know what directory you're in? pwd, print working directory. I am in users dstruce. You should be in your home directory, whatever that is, when you first launch your terminal. That's good. Now, we're going to make a folder for all of our projects for this class. So let's mkdir, mkdir, space XTBC, extern bootcamp. Now after you mook the dir, you still have to change into that dir. So don't forget cd space XTBC. I'm going to type X and hit tab so that it auto-completes it so I don't mistype something. So make directory XTBC. That's kind of a, make directory XTBC and then cd into XTBC. Then if you do a pwd, you should be in your home directory / XTBC. Got it? Now we're going to make a folder for this project we're doing now. So let's mook a dir called user-directory. And don't forget to change into that directory after you make it. I'm going to hit cd space u tab so I don't have to type all that and so I don't mistype it. And then make sure you are indeed in that directory. We're going to create a Git repository, and we don't want to create it in the wrong place. And please, please don't create a single Git repository for all of your projects for the class. Create individual Git repositories for each individual project. Follow along with the steps I do. It makes it a lot easier for us to grade. It makes it a lot easier to manage and not create files in the wrong place. So please do it that way. So now we have a new directory. Let's create a file in that directory. We'll use the command touch, which simply creates a totally empty file. Touch space index.html. You won't see any output, but then if you do an ls, you should see the index.html is there. Now we want to edit that file. And we're going to edit in our editor of choice. If you have Visual Studio Code, hopefully you can type code space dot code launches Visual Studio Code. Dot always refers to the current directory, whichever directory you're in. So it will open up code in that directory. If you have Atom, it's just Atom space dot. Now there is a chance that that command doesn't work for you. If that's the case, just run Visual Studio Code however you want from an icon or using a Spotlight or whatever. Open up Visual Studio Code and then go to Open Folder on the Welcome tab here and open up the folder we just made. Not your XTBC directory, but the user directory. By opening up just that one folder in Visual Studio Code, we will again prevent ourselves from creating things in the wrong place, which inevitably happens every year, and sometimes it takes a really, really long time to troubleshoot if you make it in the wrong place. Does everybody have code open? Does anybody not? Don't tell us in an hour. Tell us now. It's okay. We will help you. Everybody good? All right. I'm going to close this welcome thing and open up index.html. You'll see me open and close my sidebar a lot because there's not that much space on these screens. If you want to do that yourself, Command B or Control B shows and hides the sidebar. And even though there's nothing there yet, I want to go ahead and open it in my web browser. So from your terminal, you can open the HTML file in your default browser on a Mac or Linux by typing open space index.html. It opened it for me, but it opened it on the other screen. Or on Windows, it's start. Start space index.html. And it'll be blank, but it's there, by golly. If anyone's interested, I am using Spectacle to size my windows and place them. It is free, spectacleapp.com. Index.html. Now let's make this less empty. Type HTML, not the angle brackets, just type HTML. And for me, the first choice is this simple HTML5 starting point. That's probably the second choice for you. So arrow down to it and hit enter. And you should get all this. And yeah. The one that says simple HTML5 starter or something like that. Got it? And it's going to highlight the title right off the bat. So let's make that title user directory. Notice it already puts in a style sheet and a JavaScript file. We don't have those yet. If you don't have that, it doesn't matter a whole lot. It'd be good to get it working, but I will also copy and paste this much and throw it in Slack. So I will do this from time to time, actually put code in the Slack channel for you to copy and paste if you're just not quite following along. So I'm going to do that right now. I, again, erased the style sheet and JavaScript from the head. The important things are the doc type HTML, that tells it that this is HTML5, that it's valid HTML5. And so to operate in standards mode, not quirks mode. We have our HTML element, we have our head element, and we have our body element. All the good stuff goes in body. I did just copy and paste this entire thing into the S1 Afternoon Slack channel if you need to copy and paste it if you didn't get the autocomplete. We good? All right, now let's make it even less empty. Let's put a little something in our body. Don't put drugs in your body, kids, but put HTML in your body. I'm going to put an H1, and it's going to say user directory, because why not? And that goes in the body, remember. So if I refresh the page, now I should see user directory. Yeah. Is this what you usually do for like an actual project? To start from blank? No, like start with Visual Studio and have it automatically put in the stuff that yeah, if I'm starting from a blank HTML document, I totally just do HTML tab and autocomplete it. Yeah. Because it's a good start. Stuff like this meta tag here, makes it look right on phones right off the bat. And I never remember what that tag is on my own. So. Yeah. Start space the name of the file. His is not bash. No, because the open command still isn't there. I think it's still start. Which one worked? Okay, I thought so. Yeah. How are we doing? If it opens in some other browser, just open Chrome manually and copy and paste the URL. You can work on making Chrome your default, at least for the next 3 weeks after class. All right, so now we've got an HTML document with just an H1 in it. That's not much, but it's more than nothing. So let's go ahead and start our Git repository and commit that much.